Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we're really digging into a powerful idea, one that's frankly often proved tragically wrong. The concept of being unsinkable.
It's a fascinating word, isn't it? So much confidence wrapped up in it.
Exactly. And we've got some great sources that set up this really interesting contrast between a historical ship and a futuristic one, both called unsinkable.
Right.
So our mission here is to unpack what that word unsinkable actually meant back then, and maybe what it could mean now.
Sounds good. Where do we start?
Let's start back in 1916. The Britannic. Our sources describe it as Titanic's bigger, stronger brother.
And importantly, also dubbed unsinkable, that same label.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Really captures that, early 20th century belief that sheer size, reinforced steel, better compartments, that was enough.
Engineering as the ultimate answer to nature.
But here's the kicker from our sources. Despite being unsinkable, it went down. And not over hours or days. 55 minutes.
55? Wow, that's incredibly fast.
Less than an hour for this supposedly invincible ship. It's just a stark reminder, isn't it, about the limits back then.
Definitely puts that unsinkable claim into harsh perspective. Hubris, really.
Okay, so now let's jump way forward. Our sources bring in this concept called the Volcanic.
Volcanic, okay.
Yeah, described as the beast of the future. And it's not just bigger. We're talking nuclear powered.
Okay, that's a game changer.
And AI controlled, completely different thing.
AI controlled, right, so intelligence on board.
And the source material draws a direct line. They call Volcanic Unsinkable 2.0.
Wow. Okay, they're really doubling down on that word, unsinkable 2.0.
Right, so it sets up our main question. Britannic versus Volcanic. History versus the future. So, thinking about these features, nuclear power, AI, how do they really change the claim of being unsinkable compared to, say, the Britannic's design? Is it just stronger, or is it something else?
That's the core of it, isn't it? What's fascinating is how the meaning of unsinkable seems to evolve with the tech.
How so?
Well, a century ago, like you said, it was about static defense, bigger hull, better bulkheads, physical stuff. The Britannic showed the flaw in assuming that was enough.
Right, passive strength.
Exactly. With Volcanic, nuclear power, and AI, they're not just making it tougher, they're changing its ability to actively respond, to survive dynamically.
Actively respond. Okay, what does that look like?
Well, nuclear power means almost endless energy, right? For complex systems, power-hungry stuff. And AI control that suggests real-time threat analysis.
Like seeing trouble coming.
Yeah, potentially predicting problems or automating damage control way faster than humans could, maybe even rerouting power intelligently after something goes wrong. It's about active resilience, not just sitting there hoping the walls hold.
So Unsinkable 2.0 isn't just about not getting a hole poked in it.
It seems to imply a vessel that's smart enough and robust enough to mitigate risks, to handle scenarios that would have just overwhelmed the Britannic. It's a different philosophy of survival.
That does sound like a huge leap. But I still wonder, even with AI, nuclear power, does Unsinkable 2.0 really mean nothing can sink it? Or are we just, redefining the limits again, moving the goalposts?
I think that's a very healthy skepticism to have. History certainly warns us about claiming anything is absolutely unsinkable. It's probably more about drastically pushing the boundaries of what's survivable.
Survivable, not invincible.
Exactly. It's maybe less about being immune to damage and more about having an unprecedented capacity to detect threats, react intelligently, and crucially, recover from incidents that would have been catastrophic before.
So it's still a contest between human ingenuity and, the ocean.
Always. It's an ongoing dialogue, a constant push and pull. Technology advances.